Hello, welcome to an episode of Black Ice 73. I am Black Ice 73. You haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Like, hit the share button, hit the notification button, or you can hit the dislike button. Tell me what I went wrong, or tell me what I can do better. But this episode, I don't know why I keep on saying episode. But this video right here, I'm making it about United States federal government have arrested over 600 alleged members of a Mexican cartel called CGNG. I'm gonna play you a little of this audio so you can hear it. Oh, the sound coming in good. Last video I just talked for 37 minutes. I heard 5 seconds of sound.
Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you for joining us today. We're announcing today the results of Project Python, a multilateral interagency operation targeting the Jalisco New Generation Cartel, also known as CJNG. This operation was led by the DEA, and on behalf of the department, I want to thank Acting Administrator Dillon for his strong leadership in the fight against transnational organized crime. And I want to express my appreciation for the courageous law enforcement professionals at the DEA, the men and women who day in and day out put their lives on the line to shield us and our families and our communities from dangerous drugs and the violent activities of the organizations that traffic in these substances. As you all know, the DEA is dedicated to taking down the most dangerous and destructive cartels in the world. Its brave agents work tirelessly to disrupt and dismantle criminal drug trafficking syndicates, to reduce the availability of drugs, to ensure that the places where we live, work, and raise our families are safe and secure. Project Python began on September 1st, 2019, and it culminates in today's announcement. As Acting Administrator Dillon will describe in more detail, Project Python was unprecedented in both scale and complexity. The DEA, through its Special Operations Division, coordinated and deconflicted more than 350 field investigations to investigate and identify the global networks controlled by CJNG. This entailed not simply the management of investigative activities, but also the careful coordination and synchronizing of domestic and international law enforcement operations. More than 100 investigations will now form the initial target deck for Project Python, and we will continue to investigate and analyze the roles that these individuals play in CJNG to identify and map out the cartel's logistical nodes and pathways and the link investigations and prosecutions.
That was the end of the audio. Yeah, the feds or the Department of Justice, they arrested 600 alleged Mexican cartel members. And I'm going to read some of this article right here, give you a little detail. It said the Department of Justice and the Drug Enforcement Administration announced Wednesday that more than 600 arrests have been made as the result of intelligent operation cracking down on the Mexican cartel activity. Project Python, Project Bitsnake, Project Python, a DA-led initiative, target members of the cartel known as CJNG. I could pronounce this name if I wanted to, the whole name. So I'm just gonna stick with CJNG. It said, according to DEA, over the last 6 months, federal law enforcement officials have been monitoring the activities of the accused. The operation resulted in more than 600 arrests nationwide, 350 indictments, and significant seizures of money and drugs, according to the agents. Project Python marked the most comprehensive actions to date in the Department of Justice campaign to disrupt and dismantle and destroy CJNG. The Assistant Attorney General Brian A. Biscocorzi said in a statement. I be killing people now, y'all. uh, uh, the Assistant Attorney General cited an executive order President Trump passed shortly after Trump was inaugurated in 2017 that condemned cartel operation in the United States and directed federal law enforcement to use the threat is MWG mitigation work group, which was put in place by the Obama administration in 2011. When President Trump signed an executive order to dismantle criminal organization, the Department of Justice answered the call and took direct aim at the CJNG. CJNG is one of the highest priorities organization crime threat we face, he said. With Project Python, we are delivering results in the face of that threat for the American people. It said, according to the DOJ, CJNG is active in major U.S. cities such as Los Angeles, New York City, Chicago, Houston, and Atlanta. The DOJ and the DEA also announced a superseding indictment Wednesday on charges of alleged continuing criminal enterprise against Nesel Ubon Ascori Centaviti, also known as El Mancho. Why they just say El Mancho, man? Why they had to go ahead and say the 4 names that I couldn't pronounce? I struggled through it. Sorry that El Mancho. The leader of the CJNG. Last month, El Mancho's son was expedited from Mexico to the United States to be served drug trafficking charges. 2 weeks ago, on February the 26th, his daughter was arrested by federal officials for financial crimes. Anybody want a dog? Goddamn Butch. So, El Mancho right now is the new El Chapo in the eyes of the United States. And with the joint venture with Mexico and the United States, there's a good chance El Mancho gonna go down. And that money that they get from El Mancho gonna be split between both countries. I ain't saying it's gonna be an equal split, but busting a cartel or just busting a major drug deal, there's a lot of money come with it. They don't get a bunch of, they get the money. I know in the United States they do. They seize the money, they seize the house, they seize cars, boats, whatever of value they think that came from that drug money, all they're getting taken. And the cars, the house, and the boats, and all this stuff like that, it go up for auction. And it go back into that darn, I almost said that organization. But it go back into the federal agents to help go out to other criminals. So the 600 alleged members of that cartel, as you heard, it was in 4 different cities. And those 4 cities are some of the 4 major cities in the United States. And once again, the cities are Los Angeles, let's say it correct. Los Angeles, New York City, Chicago, Houston, and Atlanta. And 3 of those cities are known as, 3 of those cities are what consider a bunch of black folks city. You know, a high population of black people. This is why I keep on saying they lying about the numbers of black people in the United States. Chicago, I think, about 6 or 7 million people. Atlanta is grown million something. Houston's in the grown millions. Hold on, I gotta take this call. Hello, sweetie. No, they hadn't reported anything else, and the only thing WTVM had reported about they're canceling the NCAA tournament. I mean, but they're canceling the tournaments for the basketball, not the NCAA, but for the conference tournament. So they ain't saying anything else about school closing down here in Columbus. Okay, but how that man come my cousin? He look, that man ain't put no dog. He ain't no put no dog. Anything you got it in the woods where your uncle know at. Yeah, I know. That man ain't no kin to me. Oh, I definitely understand that. I'll be I'll be ready to go. Oh, I definitely understand that. I'll be I'll be ready to go. We can talk about that after I get through with the video. Oh, you know I always got time to talk to you. All right, sweetie, I love you, and I'll talk to you in a little bit. All right, later. Sorry about that. I was discussing some family uh going grocery shopping, or are they, if the school don't would close. I heard rumors that the school down here in the area might close for 2 weeks, so that's one of the things that we were discussing too. But back to that, what I was saying about, if your property gets seized by the federal government and you're a drug dealer, or you have a criminal empire, what they call a criminal empire, and everything they seize is to get options, and I don't care you bought that with your legit money or got to give as a gift. If you can't prove it, you're getting taken, and you're gonna be going down as, in that drug bust. So 600 people alleged in a Mexican cartel have been captured. The leader, they call him El Mancho. They arrested his son. Mexico sent his son over here in the United States. They said his daughter got arrested for financial crime. Now they're going after the dad. It would not be another great or powerful cartel leader like it was El Chapo again. I know there's still cartels out there in Mexico, but they ain't gonna let this happen anymore. So you can go to YouTube and you can see live police interaction with the criminals having shootouts in the streets in Mexico. I mean, a war. Cause they went out to late last year. They went out to El Chapo's son. They caught him, but the people who were bagging El Chapo also bagged his son. So it was a war in the street, and the police And Mexico had to give in and release El Chapo's son, afraid of more attacks and death. So with Mexico and the United States teaming up, because some of the operations make up in the hundreds of millions of dollars a year. Some might reach $1 billion. So it's bit money into it. And it's all because of the doing drug crazed American citizen. Not all American citizens, don't get it twisted, because I don't use drugs at all. But it's a big market of cocaine and fentanyl and heroin and all kind of illegal drugs being shipped from Mexico to the United States. At one time, it used to be over there in South America, because Mexico is part of North America. It used to be down in South America, down in Colombia and stuff like that. But since a lot of they doing cartel leaders were murdered or been put in prison, Mexico been for the last decade or so. Mexico been the leader in importing drugs around the world, and it seems to be going after them hard. Because President Trump, he announced when he running for president that he's gonna go after MS-13, and he been doing that. The people been going after MS-13, and they're sending them back to El Salvador. And the ones who wasn't born in the United States, they've been deported back to El Salvador. And as you can see, they're going after they concentrate on all. I hate to say they concentrate on all Hispanic, but they're not. But Hispanic right now are some of the most powerful distributors of drugs. There's a bunch of poor Hispanics around here. We got a bunch of them in this city. So I don't want them to be labeled as, how in the United States, some people do dirt and they try to label the whole community as part of the doing illegal operation. Trust me, I'm brown, so-called black. I know how that operation started. I know how that operation is. People try to catch you as a criminal just because of your skin color, because of some people on this and crime. So, the Muslims in the United States started getting a taste of that since the attack on the World Trade Center back in 2001. The Muslim got a taste of it. Now, since the COVID-19 came out, there's a lot of Asian people being stereotyped. That's how it is in the United States. Even though it don't affect some of these people don't even be the cause of the effect of it. But in the United States, you're automatic guilty by your darn skin tone. If you a different skin tone or being a Caucasian, most of the time. I know some people might don't like what I'm saying, but it's the truth. The United States was built all bigot. So it's still a lot of bigot operations, and they haven't never been away. Have went away. Don't get me wrong. Some of the relationship with the different races is better than what it used to be, but not with everyone. Everyone don't see gray. They see black and white, brown, Mexicans, Asian, and a lot of these countries too. They tell y'all calling them Mexican because they're Hispanic. They all ain't Mexican. So they tired of that junk. I'm just letting you know. They said they ain't no Mexican. But that's how our country is. You a certain skin tone and you pretty much demonized just because of your skin tone. I don't have no criminal record, maybe a ticket or so. I don't have a ticket. I had a ticket last year. That's the largest criminal record I have, a ticket. But when they see me as a big, angry black man, especially at work. Oh, man. If I could go in detail how those people feel about me at work, oh, man. I can't even bump that. Forget that. I have a co-worker. Every day, my be at work. They try to get me to lose control. You know, they be talking junk and just be a little junk. But I'm one of them people. When I be at work, I'm working. I ain't trying to socialize with you. If I don't know you, I've been working at that place for a long time. If I don't know you, I ain't gonna sit here and just try to be buddy with you. And I don't care. It's a bunch of men. I'm cool with some of them dudes because I've been knowing for damn near 13 years, some of them. But it's a bunch of men. I was raised, this is how I was raised. You don't be hanging out with a bunch of men. Oh, this is how I was raised. It's like, what can a man do for you? You're a man. So I never had more than 2 male friends at one time. You my homeboy, you my homeboy. I might be cool, somebody let you know. But you need to add no more people into this joint. It get weird then. I don't want to be riding in a car with 5 people and all those males. No. I know this ain't part of the doing thing, but God damn it. Bottom line is, I don't like dealing with a bunch of males. That started when I was like 12 or 13. Had one dude I called my homeboy. Was real cool. I'm like, man, what's up, dog? And this is the lady. She wasn't a lady. It was a girl. She was a teenager just like I was. He had to be like 13 or 14, something like that. He was a teenager. And he was a little bit older. He was like 16 or something like that. So me and the lady, young lady, whatever, we were cool. We started a little relationship, a little summertime relationship. And I learned then, can't trust a dude. That dude went and lied to her and said I said this about her and all that kind of stuff just because he was trying to get with her. I learned then that was my lesson. Like, yo, I can't deal with too many dudes. I can't trust them jokers. I ain't never been on ugly person. And I always had respect for females. So I already knew how to talk to them. So all my friends already have is females. So I stopped. I got one homeboy now who is not my family member. That's the only male friends I have. I got some homeboys, not homeboy, but some people that I know. I got one male friend. That's it. If I say I got 6 friends, 5 of them gonna be female. I don't trust dudes. Man, all because I was like 13 or 14. I don't trust dudes. Backstabbers. All these dumb women around here at that time, teenagers, could have went after somebody your age. Backstabbers. Yeah, that was down there. It was a long time ago. Just say it like that. But they taught me a lesson. Don't deal with dudes. Dudes ain't nothing. Can't trust them. Backstabbers. They sneak behind your back, try to get your girls. So I'm like, nah, I'm cool. But back to I don't even know how I got to that. How did I get to that? I don't know. But yeah, back to the feds, they caught 600 people. And for now, I'm gonna stop, just cut my live videos off, and I need to check and see if this live video is working. But I'm gonna stop cutting my live videos off. I'm just gonna continue on just talk about all the stuff that I'm talking about, and then once I learn how to edit, I edit and separate it like that. Cause it don't make no sense for me to just talk for 30 minutes and get off, and then talk for 20 minutes and get off, and you get what I'm saying. So I'm just gonna talk about all the stuff that I'm talking about. And, you get what I'm saying. So I'm just gonna talk about all the stuff that I'm talking about. And, yeah, I had to make sure that, cause earlier, I know one person you saw it. I was here talking for like 30 minutes, man. I was talking about 30 minutes. You only got 5 seconds of the clip. Oh man, ain't this crazy? But what I was talking about in that 30 minutes about the COVID-19, about how the guy named Rudy Gobert, he played for the Utah Jazz. It's an NBA team. And he was the first NBA player, basketball player, to contract COVID-19. And after he got tested positive yesterday, the NBA has suspended his season. They said today they're going to let us know. They're going to do a news conference to let us know how long it's going to be. But some people think it might be 6 weeks or so. So on Twitter, the people on Twitter is, how sport fans and stuff get, sometimes they can get irate or naive and all that good stuff. So they were like, man, that man, messed up the season. Because some people just look at sports. That's how I used to be. I used to just come home. I look at look at the talking heads from sports. I look at the talking heads from sports on the 4-letter network, and then I just scroll through the TV and see if there's a game on. That's especially when I was living by myself. Just me and my daughter. I scroll through the TV, see if there's a game on, whatever I want to pay attention to. So most of my time, looking at them 4-letter word, 4-letter. But, man, forget it. He gonna bark. I don't even know what he barking at. Let me check the camera real quick. He might be just barking just to bark. I'm pretty sure anything he barking at a dog in a distance. Nope, ain't nobody outside. Not in the under the car purse anyway. Let me check the front. Nope, nobody not there either. He just barking. But like I was saying, this dude named Rudy Gobert, he was the first person to contract the COVID-19 in the NBA. So you got people saying that they think he need to be arrested on Twitter. They were saying they were calling him all kind of MFers and stuff like that, and they were just going in on him just because he was the first person who contracted the virus. But you had people defending him too, saying, "I know this man. Y'all, come on, how y'all gonna criticize this man?" And this man didn't know. Ain't like he was walking around saying, "Huh." Be like Oprah when she was getting with them cars that time. You get COVID-19. You get COVID-19. And everybody in here don't get COVID-19. Nope. Really wasn't doing that. It's just one of them things that he got an everyday life. And he might came in contact with somebody while he was paying a bill or something like that. Or, one of the everyday activities, going out shopping. And then now his teammate, Mitchell, his name Dominic Mitchell or something like that. He played for the Jazz too. He testified for COVID-19. And then when I was doing the other video earlier, I was talking about how I've been talking about COVID-19 now since January the 17th. You want to go back and look at my videos? You'll show that I've been talking about COVID-19 since January the 17th. Ever since the CDC started sending the people to the airports. I'm gonna play you a short little video. I ain't gonna let it play so long, too much. But I'm gonna show you what I was talking about on January the 17th, almost 2 months ago. In 5 days, it'll be 2 months since the first talk about COVID-19. When the CDC first talked about it, stationing some people at the airport. And then you got people acting like this just took place. Like this just happened. No. The COVID-19 been happening ever since December. Here goes some of the audio right here. Here goes some of the audio right here. When I started talking about the CDC started stationing people at the airport. I played this earlier, but like I said earlier, the volume was garbage. It was garbage. So I'm gonna let it play by doing 2 or 3 minutes. Even the National Hockey League now has suspended all games. Earlier was the Soccer League suspended games. And then over in Europe, they announced that some of their soccer games are going to be suspended due to COVID-19. Basketball, they don't have anything to talk about. The 4-letter words, the 4-letter networks, and three other networks don't have anything to talk about right now because everything been suspended. It's baseball preseason, but nobody really look at baseball like that in the United States no more. Baseball is not popular like it used to be because it's so much controversy. It was like this year, it was about how Houston cheated for the World Series. And then they're talking about how Boston probably cheated for the World Series. But they know Houston cheated for it. So nobody really don't be checking for baseball. But they be on that hockey, be on that basketball. Soccer is one of the most popular, as y'all said, as they say in Europe, football. They're one of the most popular sports in the world. So they suspended some of them games. But here goes some of the, back to this, here goes some of the, what I said on January the 17th, when the CDC first announced that they were stationing people at 3 major airports. And then you're going to hear and it said, I'll bring it to your attention when they bring it up. When I bring it up.
Breaking news. Man, CDC said they are deploying 100.
And first of all, as you can see, between 2 months ago, when I first started taking this thing serious, well, I started taking it serious back in November and stuff. But this video 2 months ago, I do a way better job than I was doing just 2 months ago. I was listening, I said, ooh, they weren't lying about this audio and stuff. But here you go.
Agents or staffers to 3 different airports in the United States checking for a new virus from China. My question is, China using germ warfare? Do y'all think China using a new super bug for germ warfare to send people over? We seen it on this, I forgot what the name of this movie was. I seen it on Netflix. When they get the person sick, they come to the United States and visit his family. It spread from his family to other people. Do you think this new virus is created to have the same effect they had in them movies come from China? Right now, they said just isolated cases. But I never heard of, this according to the report, the only time they had people from the CDC stationed at the airport when the Ebola outbreak took place. I think they said it was in 96. So if the situation wasn't too serious.
I'm sorry to cut myself off in this audio, but it was just another breaking news that Major League Baseball has suspended its anything leading spring practice and everything. It has suspended Major League Baseball for right now. That just came in. Back to the audio. I just wanted to say Major League Baseball has suspended its season for right now due to COVID-19.
They want to be deployed in the CDC at 3 different airports. And it says starting tonight. I'm going to give you some of this article right quick. Listen, more than 100 staffers from the U.S. Central Disease Control and Prevention are being deployed to 3 U.S. airports to check passengers arriving from Wuhan, China, for fevers and other symptoms of a mystery new virus that killed 2 and affected dozens in China. The CDC announced Friday. That's a serious jump right there. They said a second person had died from the new SARS-like virus. SARS. You know, remember that came out? Every time I SARS, SARS, like virus in China. It says highly unusual. It's a highly unusual step. The last time CDC did a routine passenger health screening was during the 2014 Ebola outbreak, according to Dr. Martin, the director of CDC Division of Global Immigration and Quarantine. He said, Dr. Martin quote, I've been here since 1996, and that's the only other time we ever done this.
You heard what he said? On January the 17th, this doctor said the CDC haven't employed nobody to the airport or nowhere by the virus since 1996. CDC just don't send, like I said in that video there, CDC just don't send people out because of the common cold or the flu. No. And then you're going to hear what I said when I was talking about Wuhan 2 months ago. It's coming up.
Ebola, Dr. Martin said. He said the screening at the New York City JFK Airport International will start tonight. And the screening at the San Francisco International Airport and the Los Angeles International Airport will begin Saturday. The CDC will look for symptoms such as coughing and difficult breathing and checking temperatures of certain passengers with the infrared thermometer.
See, as you can see, this the CDC and WHO have evolved a little bit since 2 months ago when they were using that infrared thermometer at the airport to check people's temperature. Now they found out that some people can have the virus and don't show no symptoms until 5 days later or so.
Ooh, that would be a lot. Somebody had wrote me, do I have proof of all my fraud? I guess that's on another video.
No, I thought it was on another video, but I think it's on this video I was doing here about the CDC. When they say I was fraud, and they say I was a conspiracy theory and all that kind of stuff, and talking about, don't take it serious. I took it serious from day one when I first found out about it. Because I told you, I've seen this movie too many times. And this time, this is not a movie, this is real life.
Well, when I talk about stuff, I read the article, then I say I'm going to get my own content. You know, I told her, I always say it hasn't been proven. This is my opinion. So, but back to that. They said, according to Los Angeles and San Francisco going to Saturday. The CDC, well, what I was saying, we're in the middle of a flu season here in the United States. So it's gonna be a lot of people being checked. You know, because of coughing, sneezing, you know, it's the cold season, it's flu season. So yeah. The CDC taught this stuff out to travelers from the Wuhan, I think it
I was trying at that time. I meant to say Wuhan, but I didn't know how to pronounce it. And I never heard of Wuhan before in my life. So Wuhan was close enough. But now I know the whole world should know by now who have technology that will know about Wuhan, China.
Wuhan is WUHAN. Wuhan, China.
WHAN? Don't that sound like Wuhan? Sound like Wuhan to me. But now it's Wuhan.
Recently arrived in Thailand and Japan infected with the new virus. There have been 2 cases in Thailand and they have 1 in Japan.
I know you just heard it. If you didn't hear it, I'm going to let you know what it said. On January the 17th, 2020, there were only 2 cases of COVID-19 in the world that they knew about. Just only 2 cases of COVID-19 in the world on January the 17th. Here, March the 12th, 2020, of this year, almost 2 months later, over 100 and some thousands cases of COVID-19, with over 40 some hundred people who have passed away from it. That's just in 2 months. And it's spreading throughout the world now. Every continent except Antarctica has someone with COVID-19. And it's at last I checked, it was in 38 countries. But it could be more within this time I'm doing the video. Because with COVID-19, it's not just a one-day report. You can report on this within the hour or something don't change. There goes some more of the video or audio.
It said, considering the global travel pattern, additional cases in other countries are likely. The World Health Organization stated in a press release Thursday. It said last year, more than 60,000 passengers flew into the United States from Wuhan, China. It's a city 700 miles south of Beijing. They said the vast majority flew into the 3 airports where the check would take place, according to CDC. They said January.
That's the Scrugger reads.
Is the peak travel season for China to the United States because of the Chinese Lunar New Year. Martin described the airport agreement as part of a set proactive pre-readiness precaution. Proactive pre-readiness precaution. AKA, they scared. They're afraid.
Yeah.
That's what that means. We're afraid them people might come in that might be sick and pass it on to other people.
Yeah.
We believe the current risk to this virus is low, said Dr. Nancy, director of the CDC, National Center of Immunizations and respiratory disease. They has a long title for the CDC. Said at a press conference on Friday. For families sitting around the dinner table tonight, this is not something they need to worry about. It's CDC. We don't seen too many damn movies with the CDC. If the CDC get deployed somewhere, they better shut this junk down. Are they concerned? They scared. CDC, they don't just send people out just for it. Not a team. They send 100 staffers to three different airports. They're just not sending that out just to be sending it. They said the same. They said the same junk in the movie. They said families that sitting at the dinner table, there's nothing to worry about. Carry on with your activities as normal. We have everything under control. Every movie outbreak, dog. Every movie outbreak start like that. We have everything under control. Don't worry. No. Worry, people. People worry.
You see, 2 months ago, I was telling y'all to worry. When they just said with just 2 cases of COVID-19 in China, and the CDC said they're going to employ people to the airport. I told you 2 months, you need to worry. 2 months later, now they worrying. 4,500 or more people dead, now they worrying. Over 120 plus thousand people, now they worry. Who? Yeah. The World Health Organization announced that there's a pandemic this week. Now they worried. When I heard there was just 2 cases at the time, I told y'all to be worried. This ain't no I told you so. I say the same thing in most of the videos I do about COVID-19. This ain't no I told you so video. This is a video where I ask you to be worried.
Anytime the CDC said don't worry, people. Remember, West Nile came out. CDC, ooh. Get bug spray West Nile. Hey, you always do the opposite of the CDC when they employ, when they go somewhere. I know they movies, but we don't seen too many movies about the CDC.
And then you know how some people say movie imitate reality.
And they said that. Hey. Now you're not gonna have to have an African American, black person, that's Native American. You know they're gonna have to have them with their, hey people, I'm black. Look at me, I'm here. You know what's up, black people don't stick around when it be some sickness. So if I'm here, it's okay. As he wiping the sweat off the forehead. Oh man.
And yes, as you can see, I laugh at myself. Because some of this stuff be funny to me. What I said, I'm like, oh, I did say that. But I just wanted to play this video, this short clip. I know it's about 9 minutes long or something like that. But I wanted to play this short clip right here just to let you know. I've been taking this coronavirus or COVID-19 serious ever 2 months ago, ever since I heard about it. And I've been talking about it before this came mainstream, before the 4-letter network and the 3-letter network started talking about it. Before the financial crisis, this global financial crisis hit because of COVID-19 and people, before the major sports and college sports started suspending their seasons or suspending for a time being. I've been talking about this COVID-19, and hopefully that it take off. But like I said, so many times I have a small platform. People don't listen to people. People don't listen to other people who have a small platform, or people don't listen to other people who don't have that doing DR in their name, or don't have that, some kind of professional part in their name, or what kind of companies, or what kind of your pay grade. They don't listen to you. And it's a shame that people don't listen to you because they don't see you as a person. They see you as the amount of money you make, your value, your wealth. They would listen to a dumb wealthy man before they listen to a smart man who borderline poverty. I won't say they dumb wealthy, but there's a lot of people who wealthy that are idiots and they just came into money by their family. Or you got people who just be are doing some criminal stuff in their things and made a lot of money. They'll listen to them. But listen to a sane person like myself who just want people to be safe and alive. Yep. Reason I sound passionate about this, I am passionate about it. There's no sense that these many people should have been affected by this COVID-19. And I respect President Trump because he's the president of the country I live in. But I'm tired of him saying people were questioning him by taking the measure he was taking about shut down the borders of passengers coming from China. It was too late then. You probably did shut it down when it comes to the Lunar New Year. But then at the same time, y'all brought in all them damn people, the Americans who were over in Wuhan and other places in Asia and brought the virus right back to the United States. In the earlier video, I said, I believe the CDC and the government bringing these people back from China so they can have more people they can examine on, have some living guinea pigs. I said in the video. And it seems to come to fruition. You know what I'm talking about, shit. It seems to come true. It seems to, because you can't find a cure to a virus or a disease unless you have people who are ill. Because with a lot of this medicine they test, they tested on rats and stuff like that. But believe me, and it's proven, there are living guinea pigs that go to different facilities, medical facilities around the country, and test out their medicine to see what kind of effect they have on their body. And they get an exam, they have to stay there for about a month or so, 2 weeks to a month or so, to see what the effect the medicine have on their body. So what better way to test out this virus or vaccine, or trying to find a vaccine, into having thousands of patients you can work on. Like it was news today in Georgia, my state, that we had our first case of person pass away today. It was a 67-year-old man. He passed away from the virus. You better believe they're gonna use his blood and the blood of other people and DNA of other people who gonna pass away. They're gonna use it to try to find a vaccines to this medicine. I know there's no proof that they're using these people, but if we go by history and see how people found the cures of a lot of these diseases, a virus and all that kind of stuff, they use human to find it. I use human cells and blood to test it out and see what kind of resistance or what kind of effect you're gonna have on that virus disease. You know, it's easier to look up. It's easy to you can go online to find out that they rather have people instead of animals. They use pig because they said the pig's organs is the closest thing to a human organ. I just take the word because you know sometimes they use a pig heart to put in somebody else. But me personally, I think they brought them people back to the United States, but they won't have to go through the red tape of China to having people, you know, because China, they hid the information for a long time, and they ain't want no outside countries to come in there to help out. So what better way the United States do to bring their own people back in? You know, this don't turn into a race or who find the virus. Yeah, it don't turn into a race. If people out here gonna make some money off this COVID-19, it's gonna be billions of dollars made out of this dumb virus COVID-19. You better believe that. It's a race. That's why China said, no, we don't need no help. So the United States said, okay, just send our people back home. We'll come get them. Because as you know, Bill Gates, he invested into one of these countries. I mean, he invested into one of these companies that trying to get the cure, the vaccine for COVID-19. Yeah, the old powerful Bill Gates. The Planned Parenthood, Bill Gates. The Microsoft, one of the people that helped find Microsoft, Bill Gates. Because Elon Musk have released a statement saying we shouldn't be that concerned about COVID-19. And you know, Bill Gates, he released a statement saying, oh, we need to take this matter, you know, we need to take this matter so serious, and then need to find all kind of stages to try to, you know, help out the people. Yeah, he said that because he invested money into this. Bill Gates invested into this COVID-19, trying to find what the virus is because, he would have made some more billions. Oh yeah. They like the prison system. How they on the stock change. You know, they get traded. The people don't get traded, but they get traded. The prison system make money on the stock. COVID-19 is the new gold mine. I know I said this before. I think I said this before. But it's the new gold mine, and people digging to find a vaccine. You know, every time I try to take Carter B serious, sometimes Carter B said is very serious and stuff. But just the way she deliver it, it's just like, okay. Here go a video of Carter B right here. Talking about
And let me tell you something. something. I don't know what the this coronavirus is about. I don't understand how that was from Wuhan, China. Now all of a sudden this is a sword. And let me tell you something. I ain't even going front. A bitch is scared.
I'm just letting the CDC know.
You see how she said people take it as a joke, but she be dead ass. She be serious, man. Some people, as myself, like something go down, something. It's some things I just smile about. Like it be something be like people be fussing and something like that. Just like, I know. You know, just saying like that. So Cardi B articulate her what she's saying in the only way that she can say it without demonizing with her fans. Like all the stuff she said right there, other people feel the same way. But with her personality that she got to keep up to the delights of her fans, she had to say it in that way. The only thing she said was, a lot of people saying now, they scared. Like a lot of artists saying now, they don't want to do no meet and greets. Like shit, I don't want to touch that person. You know, I understand. They said I don't want to go there and shake their hands or do no autograph for these people. I understand. I totally understand. I wouldn't want to do it either. I wouldn't want to go out there and shake these people's hands and say, hey, what's going on? Thank you for your support. No. I can do that from afar. You come to the concert, I'll be on the stage saying, hey, thank you for your support. Hey, I got some pictures at the desk, so I can take them. But now, be spread up with you. Like these arenas shutting down for these sports. These arenas about to shut down for these doing concerts too. These people ain't gonna put themselves at liability for anybody contracting the COVID-19 that can fall back on them and get sued. These people ain't gonna be in that state no more. They ain't gonna do that. They're not. Because a lot of these arenas they use are sports arenas. They might do makeup dates and stuff like that, but they don't know when. People are really not gonna be too cautious. I mean, people is not gonna be too willing to go out there or go to the concert so they know they don't found some kind of medication that's gonna fight COVID-19. So a lot of this is not gonna just affect sports. It's about to affect their music business too. They're gonna affect the people who doing speeches, like them people who go out to different markets and just talk to the people. They're gonna affect them too. I won't buy no ticket or sit in the audience around other people hear you speak. Nah. Same with music. I ain't even sit there. I ain't even sit out there in the audience hear you speak. Be around other people. And then people in the major cities who ain't got no vehicles who be riding transportation. Oh man. Y'all be riding public transportation? That's one reason I like being from the South. Most of the cities in the South, you need a vehicle to get around. There's a lot of places like up in the Atlanta, you know, they got a bunch of public transportation. You know, you got the buses, you got the train, you know, taxi, all that kind of good stuff. But no, I like having my own ride. I don't go on the train plenty of times. I don't go on buses plenty of times from when I was out in the other cities and stuff. It's not too crowded for me, man. Too many people sitting around you. I ain't had no choice when I was in the Navy. I had to take a trip, public transportation, because I ain't had no vehicle at the time. You know, when I was in the Navy, I ain't making enough money till I hear paying for car insurance and paying for, and then up in Virginia, you had to have inspection for your vehicles and stuff. So I was just getting to the Navy. I wasn't making a lot of money. That job was up my whole monthly doing income trying to get a vehicle while I was in the Navy. So I rode transportation, public transportation, getting to know the bus stops and all that kind of stuff. Like, you just taking a doing 15-minute trip in a car. It's gonna take about 45 minutes because all the doing stops and stuff. Nah, I don't want it. I was talking to my sweetie earlier, the late 2019 or early to this year 2020. I would say I want to just get on the bus and ride around. It had to be early January if it did 2020. I said I want to just get on the bus and ride around and go to different bus stops and just for the heck of it. Not now. Not now. I ain't getting on no bus stops and just ride around just for the heck of it and see where it go. No. Anything, I follow the bus. I jump in my truck, I follow the bus and see where it go. But other than that, I ain't jumping on no bus. I ain't jumping on bus. And this right here, it said the BBC. But not the BBC. Let me see one. Yeah, the BBC right here. I want to get the article right. It said the BBC reported that the quarantine nations of Italy had decided to suspend mortgage payment for individuals and households indefinitely. This decision was made publicly by the economic minister, who is also the member of the far-right anti-vaccination, anti-Europe, and anti-immigration party. God damn, he don't like nothing, do he? Once again, he anti-vaccination, anti-Europe, and anti-immigration party, the Five-Star Movement. But also the Financial Times pointed out, this suspension is not worth much for most Italians because property ownership is low in that country. It said just 13% of all Italian households had a property with an outstanding loan or mortgage against it. They said what this means is it will help those who are rich enough to have a mortgage or two. They said it's the same policy war in the United States, however, it will have a deeper effect. So they said property ownership rate are around 65%. Damn, I ain't know that. I ain't know 65% of all Americans were property owners. But they said we must not stop there. We must also be considered the suspending of all rents as well. And this should include those imposed on small business. No, that can't happen in the United States. They really will have a done economic collapse. If they stop all property, because if they stop all property, that means they're going to stop all taxes, property taxes. And then the rent people, they ain't getting paid. No, they ain't going to do that in the United States. They're too money hungry. They don't want to do the payroll cut. That's another thing I want to talk about. Payroll cut. I'm going to talk about this right now. But did I do it? I would have talked about the payroll cut, didn't I? Let me see what I talked about. I forgot how. I don't talk so long. I forgot how I started the video off. Okay. I haven't talked about the payroll cut. I talked about how 600 alleged Mexican cartel people got arrested. So I'm gonna talk about the payroll cut. President Trump, he had proposed that he want to do a payroll cut, and the payroll cut gonna be against You're gonna take it out from Medicare and payroll cut on Social Security. And then a lot of people, Republicans and Democrats, saying don't think they're gonna work because a lot of people depends on Medicare and depends on Social Security. And they always be saying, and a lot of time in the United States, when they had to borrow money, they borrowed from the Social Security and Medicare. So they were saying, no, I don't think so. But nothing ain't been in concrete yet. But President Trump proposed saying, if they do a payroll cut, and there'll be more people getting more money on their doing check, and there'll be more money being spent, and that help stabilize the economy in the United States. But here go my things on payroll cut. If you haven't paid attention, or if you haven't didn't listen to President Trump, when he was running for president, one of the things he wanted to do, he wanted to get rid of Social Security. I'm thinking, if he get rid of if he get this bill passed saying about payroll cuts, and they stop taking out Social Security for the end of the year, I think they ain't gonna never add Social Security. They ain't gonna never add Social Security back. That's just my opinion. I don't think it. I don't have no backing saying that's gonna happen. But I think if he stop this payroll cut right now, and they stop taking out Social Security and Medicare, they ain't gonna add it back to it. Because if they take it out they start doing it in April and take it over to December, they're gonna get back. They're gonna take it back to it. I mean, they ain't gonna bring it back. Cause that one of his things, he said it when he was trying to run for president. He said he wanted to get rid of Social Security and Medicare. My question is, I've been working since I was 19. Yeah, I've been working since I was 19. And that means since I was 19, I've been having money going into my Social Security. So if they get rid of Social Security, will they get everybody who invested in Social Security their money back? One bit lump sum? Oh no. Would they? Cause that's one of the reasons why Social Security is up. You had to be up like 65 to 67 to start drawing your full Social Security. Cause it used to be like 62. They moved it up because people have been living longer in the United States. Cause the average people live around by what? They said the average around about 77, 78, something like that. So at the time when it was 62, people were dying up in their 60s more. So they're moving up because they don't want people to don't get all that Social Security back like that. You know what I'm saying? I hate saying no, you know what I'm saying. And I said, I was like saying, I hate hearing people say, you know what I'm saying? And I end up saying it anyway. But do you get what I'm saying? That would they return all the Social Security that we put into from the time we start working? Because right now, from the age of 19 to I'm 47 now. That's what? 28 years? Yeah. 28 years? They're going to give me 28 years of work for Social Security back? If they do, that'd be awesome. Give my money. I want blood because I know I need that job. But give my money. I'd rather have it in a bank account for myself. Have access to it myself instead of have to wait till I get 66 or 67 to get it. But we'll find out. Right now, like I said, the Democrat is not backing it, and some of the Republicans is not backing it. Payroll cut. Could affect them too. A lot of them politicians, they own business. They have employees and stuff like that. Cause they didn't say, cause you know your company, the company you work at, most of them supposed to match the amount into your social security that you match. You know, it's supposed to be like a matching. You know, so I don't know if the company's gonna still have to put their part in, but you know, I ain't gonna lie to you. If we able to get our money back, or he get that payroll cut thing, there will be people getting a whole bunch of money back. Uh, at the end of their pay period, you know, the check will be looking nicer. But right now, you're gonna have to do some convincing to get that payroll cut thing. But I'm still thinking if he get that payroll cut, man, it's gonna be hard for him to start. They're gonna be hard for them to get that put that payroll cut back in the own system. They like, look, the country surviving out the payroll cut. I mean, payroll tax. So they keep it that way. The American people balance their own money. Yeah. That was up for it. Oh, another thing. Did you hear about the different colleges that getting cut off in the GI Bill because they were frauding or they lied to the veterans who were trying to go to their school and saying they're gonna get them with jobs with Apple and places like that. So one place I know, the University of Phoenix, they got cut off. And they said that's like 60% of their money come from GI vets. I mean, come from American vets. So they getting over. It astonished me when I seen this. I ain't gonna lie to you. The University of Phoenix is getting over $100 and some million from veterans through their GI Bill. So the University of Phoenix would no longer receive no money from the GI Bill. And it was the other reason I remember the University of Phoenix because of that $100 and some million they receive every year from the GI Bill. But there's other schools who get up into tens of millions of dollars who get their funds cut also because they lied to the vets or they manipulated the vets or what kind of job opportunity they can get them as soon as they graduate. So for right now, it might be permanently because a lot of times they don't even play about the vets. I'm a vet. I'm glad they don't. They don't play about the vets when you come to a line and stuff, especially if that's the way they going to that college just when you line, you're going to help them get recruited from another job when they finish. So, yeah, the GI Bill cut them down school funds. Say, yo, y'all ain't getting nothing else. I don't know if the vets going to have to find another school. Most likely they're going to have to find another school because they ain't paying them down school no more. Because some of these schools they call financial schools, just there to make money. You know, but most of all the schools the same way. But the reason they're saying that because these schools right here is very they advertise to vets stronger than they do to just consumers. They make a lot of money from the vets. So the GI Bill said if people in charge of the GI Bill, the Veterans Administration, they said nope, no more money going to them places. Just like that. So I wouldn't be surprised that you see in the news in a few months or a few weeks that a bunch of presidents or a bunch of deans from them countries are gonna get fired. Yeah, man, they just reported that the Prime Minister of Canada, he self quarantined himself. Wait, I might be reading this wrong. Let me read this over. Let me read this before I start putting out some darn BS. It said, Prime Minister wife began to show mild symptoms of illness late on Wednesday after a speaking engagement in the UK. The couple are staying home until the test results are returned. The Prime Minister not exhibiting any symptoms. It said there are currently approximately 103 confirmed cases of coronavirus in Canada. This is only his doctor advice. He is continuing daily activity while monitoring his health, but out of any abundance of caution, he is working from home, the statement said. There's a number of politicians around the globe have been self-isolating in recent days after coming in possible contact with the virus, including 5 senators in the United States and Canada cabinet ministers. But the Prime Minister is among the first world leader to take the precaution step. This Mongolian president recently returned to work following a 14-day quarantine after a visit to China in February. He said the Prime Minister was scheduled to hold meetings over the next 2 days. Those meetings have been postponed. He said the Prime Minister will now be speaking with those counterparts over the phone with the topic focused on the Canadian response to the pandemic, said the Prime Minister's office in a statement on Thursday morning. Man, you know, Canada is our neighbor to the north. In our local news, close to where I stay, this in Harris County, Georgia. They still quarantining her. But they said her husband's still on the job at a jail. They said the decision of a Harris County middle school teacher is self-quarantining after attending a political rally over the weekend. They said the teacher was at an event featuring Congressman Doug Collins on Saturday. Her husband, a jail employee, was also there. It became an issue with Collins went into self-quarantine on Monday after being told he had come in contact with someone who had tested positive for the COVID-19 more than a week earlier. Collins was at a conservative convention when he shook hands and took photos with the person who had tested positive for the virus. The Harris County middle school teacher informed the school that she was going self-quarantine. That became a problem Tuesday morning. No, that came public Tuesday morning. Damn, what I'm looking at. I get a problem out of public. They said her husband told his superiors of his situation. It prompted the sheriff's office to reach out for advice on how to best handle the situation. And that has led to the jail employee remain on the job. They quote, "We reached out to the Department of Public Health here in the county for their advice on the situation. Their advice to us was there is no positive cases of COVID-19 reported in the moment in the county, and they do not believe the quarantine will be necessary." They said no Harris County school was delayed or closed as a result of the teacher's decision to self-quarantine. That's great. She self-quarantined, but I don't know. Now they're saying this is up to 31 cases of coronavirus or COVID-19 in the state of Georgia. Hey, I'm reading this article right here about the city that I live in. They said the riders among the most forgetful cities across the nation, according to Uber. They said Uber recently ranked the city in the top 10 nationwide for the most forgetful city, according to their recent release of Uber Lost and Found Index. They said the index calculated what kinds of items Uber passengers leave behind, as well as the time in the day or the week they tend to leave things behind. They said according to Uber, Columbus is number 8 in the country for most forgetful passengers, with Tallahassee, Florida, and Fayetteville, North Carolina, rounding out the top 10. They said Lubbock, Texas, is number 1 forgetful city in the country, according to the index. The most common forgotten items are pretty expect, such as the driver license, headphones, or a telephone. But there are some more unique items in the index, such as a bubble machine, an oxygen tank. Damn, how you forget an oxygen tank? An oxygen tank, you got to breathe, dog. There's a binoculars. There's a bags of wigs. I know who that is. And a Ouija board. Ooh, I would have my whole car blessed. So I leave a Ouija board up in my car. I get sage. I go find me a priest. I get everybody like it. No, come get it. I look at Ghost Adventure. You ain't gonna have no Ouija board up in here. I'm like, come on. I'll talk to him. Tell the spirit this ain't his car. Nope. This is the items are most commonly forgotten on Friday and Saturday, whether it's during the late night and day of the week, according to Uber. So people are most forgetful at 6 p.m. to 11 p.m. at midnight. Yeah, most of them be drunk or high. They're like, no. So here are the top 10 places the most forgetful people coming out of Uber. Place called Lubbock, Texas. Alford, Mississippi. College Station, Texas. Fresno, California. Modesto, California. Lawrence, Kansas. St. Cloud, Minnesota. Columbus, Georgia. Tallahassee, Florida. And Fayetteville, North Carolina. Then are the 10 most forgetful cities according to Uber. Man, I forget stuff in my car, but I ain't been forgetting your car. Yeah. You go article right here about Wendy Williams said Nicki Minaj run everything about what your brand could be by marrying a sex offender. Oh, it was a big deal in the doing ratchet news on yesterday and the day before. They said Wendy Williams had reignited her feud with Nicki Minaj by slamming the rapper for marrying a man who was recently indicted for failing to register as a sex offender in California. Williams touched on the subject during her show on Tuesday, saying she didn't have enough time to discuss his arrest as the link that she would return it on Wednesday. After referring to Minaj's husband, Kenny Perry, Petty as the rapper brother and correcting herself, Williams said that's going to be my first story tomorrow. And I'm going to lead with this. You should never marry a man, or you should never marry him because now you run everything about what your brand could be. Again, you're never going to stand a chance when you with this man who put a knife at a rape point, a molester, a registered sex offender. You're never going to stand a chance with the public because there's only one thing worse than touching children and putting a knife, and that's murder. And then she said, by the way, he did go to jail for manslaughter. Oh, Wendy Williams went in. Here go a little clip right here. It might play.
Honestly, the way the show was going today, we did not have enough time to get to Nicki Minaj's brother. But let me tell you something, Nicki. That's going to be my first story tomorrow, and I'm going to lead with this. You should have never married him. Because now you've ruined everything about what your brand could be. Again, you're never going to stand a chance when you're with a man who pulls a knife at rape point. You know, and you're never going to see a molester, a registered sex offender who wasn't even registered. You're never going to stand a chance with John Q. Public. Because there's only one thing worse than touching children and pulling knives, and that's murder. And by the way, he did go to jail for manslaughter. Oh, I think I just did the story. No. Get to digging. There's more wanted. Everybody get to digging. Okay. I made a mistake and called Nicki Minaj's brother instead of husband. But the brother's already in jail for and so.
Yeah. Oh, Wendy Williams. I guess she was losing ratings or something like that. So she had to pull out her Nicki Minaj badge and just go in on her husband. And then she's like, oops, I'm sorry about saying that's your husband. You're calling your brother your husband, but he in jail for raping a little child too, for molesting. This is last week, news surfaced that Petty has been arrested for not registering as a sex offender on March the 9th. TMZ reported that he has successfully registered following his arrest. Petty was convicted of first-degree attempt rape in 1995, and in 2006 he pleaded guilty to first-degree manslaughter. He was released from New York State Prison in 2013 after serving 7-year sentence. They said William wrongly referred to Petty as Minaj's brother. Jalen the Dirty Mac, who in prison for 25 years for child rape charges. Williams has been critical of Minaj and Petty marriage before. In November, the rapper blasted Williams on Queen Radio for commenting she had made about Petty criminal history. Nicki said, "It's not about doing your job." And there are people who reports the news, and there are people who do it with their evil intent in their heart, viciousness. And I pray for you because I know you're hurting, and I know you must be sick and humiliated. She went on, "I didn't know that in our society you have to be pledged by your past. I didn't know that the people can turn over, but people can't turn over a new leaf." Nicki said, I didn't know that your viciousness and your evenness was this deep rooted." Though she told Wendy Williams. So like I said, I think Wendy Williams, she needed that plug, and you know what her plug is. Go straight to Nicki Minaj. Nigga, your husband is a rapist. You should sit back and see what Nick gonna post. Yep. Sorry about that. Oh man, Gayle King still out here using that backlash she received from Kobe Bryant death when she brought up Kobe Bryant and his charge. So she talking to her homegirl Oprah. So here go a little short clip right here. I'm gonna let y'all listen to. Soon as after the commercial.
One interview with best friend Oprah Winfrey, she reflected on last month's controversy.
It just made me see that help comes from unexpected places. You know, I always try to operate from the do no harm. That is always my intention. When you talk about do no harm, that was certainly my intention doing that story and doing that interview. But what got to me was vitriol and the vulgarity that was just unleashed at me in ways that I couldn't even understand where that was coming from.
The onstage interview took place Saturday as part of Oprah's 2020 Vision Your Life in Focus tour.
But it certainly...
Okay, I had to stop. And listen to that jump. Oprah and Gayle using this to sell tickets. So I thought she would just talk about how she like to apologize to Kobe family, but she's talking about how they hurt her feelings. So I had to start that video. The people already Snoop, the person, already went to the red table and apologized and reached out to Gayle and asking her to forgive him. Now, Gayle is on a tour with Oprah. The I feel sorry for me tour with Oprah to make money for Oprah, make money for Gayle. So that little controversy that happened to her only just don't turn into a money pit for her. Just don't turn it into and not a money pit in a bad way. A money pit, but their money is making enough money to be filled up in the pit. So yeah. And that junk that happened with Meg Thee Stallion, I ain't talking about that junk. I don't care about them doing people who rap about saying they rich and then they start talking about they ain't getting the money. You need to make up your mind. You're rich or you ain't getting the money. Let me go ahead and get out the computer. Let me go ahead and get out the live. Hey, one person, I don't know who you are. I might go apply your Google to give me hope that to keep on doing the video because you that one person. I don't care. Thank you for watching. People, if you're gonna watch, people, if you watching later on and you haven't subscribed, please, go ahead and subscribe. Hit the like button. Hit the dislike button. I might be the only YouTuber saying hit the dislike button, but like I said, you ain't gonna agree with everything. Hit the notification and also hit that share button. Thank you for watching. This is the longest video I made, and I'm gonna continue on making videos like this. I'm trying to get my 4,000 hours, and I'm trying to get more subscribers too. Thank you for watching. I'll talk to you later. By the way, this is my natural skin tone. I'm brown skinned.